welcome to the first of the 5 game in the Swedish tournament TNQ 3000 point comp 10, and this is my first opponent, a high elf player. So for his list he have on that hill 2 warhorse, then he have a unit of 28 spearmen, a unit of archer with his level 2 Lord of Shadow and level 4 Lord of Shadow. He have all of the good spells, not double Malkoff, but all of the other ones: Mind Razor, Pit of Shade, Enfeebling Foe and Withering on this level 4. The level 1 have Miasma and some spell that didn't really matter anyway. Have a nice bus of Silverham with a Battle Center Bear and a Lord level fighting high elf, a unit of 26-ish Phoenix Guard. Next to them is a unit of Spearmans, a White Lion Chariot, and behind that hill a hiding 10 sisters with the sister hero level character with Riverbow, and to the right of this picture we have another lion chariot. Well, unfortunately I have some problem with the camera and lost a lot of picture, but this is after Vanguard for my deployment. I use the fast cap as a shield for my 3 lands, so I have a errant lance with some character in it, a wyrmlance with the PSP and Bretonnia Lord and another Paladin in it, another wyrmlance with a Lord and 2 Paladins and level 4. You can see on the hill my peasant archer, and I have a trap, one to the left and one to the right of this picture, and I will put a link in the description so you can see a full review and go through my whole list. As you can see on this picture, this is his movement in his first turn. He basically didn't move a lot, and in shooting and magic didn't do much. So over to Bretonnia, turn 1. So what I do in my first turn, I take my fast cap, taking some bombardment to the side and pushes up my lance and giving his silver helm a okay shot in my central lance, and his Phoenix Guard a double 6 shot, and hopefully he will take the bait and I will counter shot next turn. In the magic phase I did get off a fireball on his sister, but I only managed to kill 2 of them and they didn't panic or anything, they just stick around, and well, my trap hit bullseye and actually managed to take those Phoenix Guard, as you can see in the corner of this picture, and take out I think at least 15 or 16 of them, so there were only like 10 of them remaining after this turn, and that basically make the Bretonnian first turn. Well, no picture was saved from his turn too, but it was a crucial turn for me because, as you can see on this picture, he basically just get off a Pit of Shade on my lance. That you can see the top of a lance in the bottom of this picture of them. It killed my BSB and the lance broke, and that's why I couldn't do anything with them. So for my second turn I basically take my realm lance into his Phoenix Guard, push up and try to use them as redirector. I'm pretty much boosted them up a whole lot. I got off Wisdom, Savage and Pelt on them, I did unfortunately fail the stupid test with the other wyrmlance, so that's why the white lion got a pretty easy charge on their flank, and it will probably pretty much hold it up for 3 more turns. What I was supposed to do was that I was supposed to charge the white lion chariot. The white lion chariot have failed a charge because he charged my fast cav. I chose to flee and I fled off the board. So we ended up in a perfect position for my lance to countercharge the white lion chariot, and it would make a pretty easy overrun into the sister, and I would probably have beaten them up and given me some good point swing. But instead I failed stupid test, and I just stumbled forward a couple of inches, and unfortunately, instead of my lances attacking in a wild formation, they just basically standing in queue for getting slaughtered, and that's not a good sign if you're a Bretonnian player. Well, this picture is after my third turn. I did not charge with my wyrmlance further than the Phoenix Guard because they have suffered so much casualty. I just used the orange knight, as you can see on top of this picture, to move out of this unit and pretty much stop his knight's best from charging. And I believe I can take off his spearman if I can stop his mind racer spell. I already used the scroll for the last turn when the Phoenix God tried to use the mind racer, so hopefully he wouldn't get a good magic phase on his turn 4. And you can also see in this picture I have pushed up my other lands to get within range of my general to give them a leadership of 10, so they can hopefully stick around if things will turn out terribly bad. And this is just a picture showing how terribly bad his shooting is at my unit. It just takes a lot of my knights. Yes, they just died, and they have armor piercing bolts and stuff like that, so it really hurt. I think I stopped some of the bleeding next turn by using the tread to shoot down one of his ballistas at least, so it gets a little bit less harmful next turn. Well, this is basically how things look after the spearman got off the mind racer and basically just slaughtered my lord, my champion, my whole character wall. But thanks to the fact that I had character wall, I didn't lose too many knights, so I will rally next turn. So basically his spearmen have mind racer and is standing there in the middle of the board. I would say, even though if I'm losing this game pretty badly, I would not say I would have done a lot of things different, but except for this thing, this is a big gamble of me. What I did here is I took out the Paladin from the errant lands in the bottom left outside of this picture and put it in front of the spearmen so they couldn't do it, and I pushed my errant lands close to his sisters, but unfortunately too close so he could march past me. And my thinking here is, as you can see, I got off the curse on his spearman and my paladin over there stopping his knight best from charging, and what I'm thinking is I hope his spearman charge so he can it's a trap, hopefully he charged with them. The Silverhams cannot charge me. He have a white lion chariot in the bottom right of this picture, but he needs double 6 to make that charge, so that's why I thought it was a good thing to actually stick around. And the thing is, basically he he charged with his spearman. He charged with White Lion, and actually both made it. The White Lion made a a double 6 charge, and it was pretty bad. And one thing he did smart that I didn't see is if you see his silver handbuzz in the left corner of that unit, he's have a general, and he charged my guy with his general out of the unit, so that basically he will overrun into my unit of realm, and it will be a big fight. He will not get off any spells on his dark elf because he get a hero 3 for magic or something like that, and in combat he killed everything except for my general. My general had to issue a challenge, and he issued a challenge, and well, his spearman champion picked it up, and well, even though he killed the spearman, the general lost a lot, and they all overrun and tried to catch him, and the spearman did. And well, one funny point is that the spearmen were only 4 models left, because they had to take 4 dangerous terrain tests for this, because first they charge for the open ground, and then to that water, and then they pursued my knights, and then they went into open terrain again. So 4 dangerous terrain tests, and only 4 of them remained. Well, this is the last picture of the game. What my plan was for last time is basically I took my level 4, I 6 dice ambush spear on his general, he take it, then I throw fireball, he had Dragonhelm, so that didn't do any good. I lob a trap at him, and well, it scatter up, and you can see in the bottom of this picture my Paladin is fighting spearman. He will break, he will run off, he will catches me, and what I have left is the archer, a trap, the errant lance, my mages. I think I also have maybe 1 or 2 paladins ish, something like that. And the only thing I took was a white lion chariot. I think I took, of course, the Phoenix Guard and a ballista, and so it ended up being he won pretty big. I think he won by 18-2 or 19-1 or something like that. I didn't get 20-0 at least, and that's a good sign. So we are off to a good start, I think, in tournament, and we will see how the development will continue. Well, I will also say that I met a pretty good opponent. He played a very tactical, good game. He had me out, shoot and out magic, so he basically he started 12-inch on his line, and as you can see, his silver helm in this picture, for example, they are standing at the edge of the table, and that goes for most of his unit. They just pushed backward the whole game, and since he could stand and shoot at me, and I didn't really have a good opportunity to get in my lances. I didn't get off the sable beach either, so well, a funny game and a great opponent. Anyway, so I want to say thank you so much for watching. I see you around.